New moons are great for new beginnings, but this one has so much going on with it that it's going to be a multi-dimensional process of moving back and forth, up and down, in and out, as we align with different energetic frequencies and vibrations for a variety of different purposes. I will call this a one-size-fits-all new moon because it has something for everyone and every planet is engaged. From time to time, you also have some of these timelines crosses on an individual basis. What does it look like to be in touch with your other dimensions? Well, the funny part about it is that sometimes you do what you call past life readings. They tell you all about who you once were and evolved to be. Sometimes it's not actually who you were in the past life, but instead who you are in this life in another dimension, because you see, dear ones, you are a perfect being. But as we know, perfection is not allowed on planet Earth, so what do? You hide your perfection in all of your 12 different dimensions. Over here, you are somewhat of an expert at this, and over there, you are really terrible at that. You have an opportunity to experience a lot of the good, the bad, the indifferent, and the ugly, every other part of being a human in a multiple dimensions. As those dimensions start collapsing on each other, you regain some of your perfection. And that also means change, and humans don't like to change. Well, there is nothing wrong with that. But when you understand and acknowledge there is a natural resistance to change, you may have some of your answers. If it feels like everything is speeding up and you are overwhelmed by the energy, that's because it is. But it's not moving ahead any faster. Everything is converging, which is September's energy theme. This is the energy coming together around a specific point, and that can be our intention. Then, it's helping us to see both the cause and the solution. How we got somewhere and how we can leave. What makes everything more intense is that it's all happening at the individual and collective level at the same time. So we are getting a double and even triple dose of action with every energy movement. What drove her behavior was a deep, driving need for attention, to feel special, loved, and valued. Shopping was the only thing that made her happy, and buying herself things filled in the emotional black hole created by parents who did not pay attention to her, meet her needs, and who ignored her. Any addiction is a powerful drive to engage in behaviors we do not understand or cannot control, but it is the combination of an emotional need together with an energetic trauma that we are grieving, which creates an opening for addictive behavior. A good friend's husband is from a rather wealthy family, but he is the black sheep, the different one. While the other family members are involved in the family business, he decided to become a plumber. When they went to college, he went to trade school, and he doesn't regret it. But he carries a lot of painful memories of his childhood. How he always felt different, left out, ignored, and was not acknowledged in the same way by his parents. The parents played favorites with their children, and he was not a favorite. They did things like ignore his birthday or not celebrate it in the same over-the-top way they did it with some of his siblings. They were openly critical of him in front of the family. They did not recognize his achievements and downplayed his accomplishments. For some reason, he became the family's scapegoat, and the parents led the effort. Now I think that is truly reprehensible, and this is child abuse. Why they did it, I'm not sure, but it has left its mark on him. And when you reach back to put out your hand, you also bring up the people who were behind you. You become a part of the collective of humanity, and then playing a new game will happen in the blink of an eye. We tell you, dear ones, there will be resistance to this. Obviously, there is a resistance to everything, even during more normal times. You now have more contrarians of planet Earth than ever before. A contrarian is simply someone who wanna go in the opposite direction than you've been going, for whatever reason. Sometimes that's actually wonderful because it brings new thoughts, but other times it kind of mixes things up instead. You are creator beings extraordinaire, so if you truly believe the contrarian is true, then you manifest that. We simply ask you to be aware of what you are creating. Choose your manifestations carefully. Opening this portal also opens up the flow of thought multidimensionally, as well as within multi-planetary systems. It's your responsibility to ground those thoughts in some way, so start by writing them down. Well, what if you never do anything with that thought? It doesn't make any difference, just write it down, bring it in, and ground it in your world in some way. Use or speak it. Even if you slightly disagree with the thought, grounding the energy allows you the opportunity to fully examine it. As a result of this portal opening, you are going to find that you move very quickly now, and even faster in technology.